So Nikki and I are going to our favorite locations to shoot our thumbnail for our next video. I'm sure you guessed what it is already by looking at the center console. As a landscape photographer that makes very little money, and a content creator who also makes very little money, owning a Tesla is hands down not the brightest decision. Like when Nikki and I took a road trip to Las Vegas for lobsters, and we didn't even get the whole lobster. We paid $65 buffet for lobster bits. However, a Tesla with full self-driving is the best road trip vehicle for those beautiful shooting locations to reflect on our poor lifestyle choices. Thanks to the full self-driving capabilities that allow the Tesla to auto-steer, I can have my hands free to calculate the return on investment for our Tesla in 2020, the year of working from home. In our many road trips, Nikki had raised concerns every time that it was a nuisance to not have a place to mount her phone, even though there is a charging station right below the 15-inch touchscreen. But for Nikki, it is an inconvenient. Nikki has to reach over every time she wants to use it, and as you can see, she has the arm length of a T-Rex. She is as lazy as a billionaire's last-born child. When we go on our road trips, we usually have at least 2 maps open, one for navigating to our destination and the other always set to the last safe known location, like home, just in case we get lost in places where there are no signals. Because once you accidentally exit maps, you cannot get back to navigation in places without signals. Also, I have a feeling that Nikki is trying to mark her territory. I heard that's what they do after marriage. Brilliant as always, I have come up with a way to mount Nikki's phone, and it turns out to be the most simplistic way imaginable, extremely affordable, and compatible with any cause. They say simplicity is the greatest sophistication, for which it shall be named the Simply Mount. The end result resembles an apocalyptic yet futuristic command center. However, I did not stop there. If Nikki wants to mount her phone, I want to mount my iPad Pro. You see, marriage is all about mind games. I have already lost the bed and the blanket, but I will not lose my Tesla Model 3. My father used to say, give someone an inch and they will take 2.54 centimeter. He was wise and magically correct. Even though mounting a 12.9-inch iPad is more difficult due to the size and weight, I have to find a way as I will not lose. Today's the day that I will make a stand or mount. Here in defiance of tyranny. Many years from now, would I be willing to trade all the days from this day to that for one chance, just one chance, to tell Nikki that she may take my freedom, but she will never take my Tesla Model 3. Therefore, I have come up with a way to mount my iPad Pro right below the 15-inch touchscreen. And it looks sophisticated. No exposed mount, no clamps, just an iPad Pro under the Tesla touchscreen, as they were meant to be together, like Romeo and Juliet, except they both died. And from this day forward, it shall be named the Simply Plus mount. All you need is a 3M double-sided tape, flat magnetic mounts with metal plates, and rulers. Yes, 1 or 2 rulers. All items are linked in the description. Assembling it is extremely easy. Tape the magnetic mount to the ruler. Tape the 3M tape to the ruler. Tape the ruler to the back of the Tesla Model 3 or Y touchscreen. Tape the metal plate to your device so you can magnetically mount your device to the magnetic mount. However, one question remains. Does it wobbles? After several road trips with a new mount, we have concluded that all styles of mounts are steady, depending on the size and weight of your device. Even on our road trip to Mount Evans, we were on autopilot, but had to immediately take over due to sharp turns and almost sideswipe the opposing cars. I left a long streak mark on the seat, but all devices managed to stay secured. As for micro shakes, it was extremely negligible, to the point where you cannot find another affordable mount in the market that can compete. Which begs the question of how ingenious and artistic I am, and how something so simple can attain so much. And my artistic sense was already exquisitely refined, like someone who can tell butter from I can't believe it's not butter. However, a straight ruler is ideal for smaller phones, like the iPhone 5S, but who uses those phones anymore? A big protractor, although seems steady, is actually not when compared to its smaller cousin. Just as they say, small and mighty wins the race. And that is what we will be using to mount an iPad Pro or any tablets. Simply have 2 protractors taped to the back of the Tesla touchscreen and precisely taped the metal plates behind the iPad Pro. And voila! You have an iPad Pro seamlessly connected with a Tesla touchscreen. If you don't have a floating touchscreen in your car, use only the magnetic mounts and tape those to the console. See our mount compilation video where we go more in depth. The result is a simplistic DIY that will have people asking, what kind of mount are you using? Did the tablet come with the car? To which the answer should always be yes. Thanks to the big flat touchscreen and the minimalistic design of the Tesla Model 3 and Y, mounting the iPad Pro with keyboard attached is a dream. And this goes with all tablets and keyboard. You can have your iPad Pro plus Magic Keyboard mounted while driving and it will not budge. And most importantly, you have a mount that blends in with the interior. A space always ready for your computer like in a police car, but with a mount that takes very little space, so you can work anywhere, anytime. In a time where working from home is mandatory, resulting in divorce rates skyrocket, having your own personal space saves on lawyer's fee. We usually have the iPad Pro paired with a Tesla to stream music through Amazon while driving. We do not need to touch the iPad for the remaining of the trip, as we can use either the Tesla voice command or Alexa. Open Amazon Music. Play music. Next. The iPad Pro is a great video surveillance tool thanks to its 12.9-inch touchscreen. When driving, we can easily monitor the house and check on our birds. When glamping in the back of Hotel Tesla, we have the iPad Pro connected to our solar-powered power station and have it on all night with the Tesla cameras to check on our surroundings and home at the same time. This makes the Tesla the ultimate Batmobile. As a content creator, having an iPad Pro always accessible at all time encourages creativity. When I need to do a quick work on editing or have new ideas for a script, and I always do, as ideas come to me like diarrhea after Indian food, I need to write it down before all is lost. And by not having the iPad easily accessible, can and will hinder creativity. To mount in cars that do not have a touchscreen, find a flat spot and experiment. You do not have to use the ruler. A flat magnetic mount will do. The ideas remains the same. The end result should have your phone or tablet looks like it is part of the car. If Simply and Simply Plus mount do not suit you, check out our compilation video on other types of mountings. Make sure you use plastic rulers, as 3M tapes does not do well on wood. A protractor provides more stability than a straight ruler. Use the measurement on the ruler to find the right mounting precision. Do not mount the phone near the car stock. When in rush, hand operations will cause phone to drop. Find a wife with longer arms and smaller hands.